My name is Adjoa Doddsey. I'm a career strategist, a senior leader in corporate America, and the founder of the Destiny 7-Step Career Success Framework. And in today's episode, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the biggest myth that you are telling yourself right now about your career. Today's episode was inspired by a young lady that I met on a recent trip to Los Angeles. I decided to catch Uber and had the privilege of having an Uber driver by the name of Mina. And on my way to LAX so I could fly back to the East Coast, Mina and I had a wonderful conversation. We talked about careers, we talked about life, we talked about our passions, but ultimately we talked about our callings. So Mina shared with me that she's driving Uber part-time, but she's really passionate about opening up her own restaurant, an authentic soul food restaurant, so that she could pass on the traditions of down-home Southern cooking that her grandmother taught her. So as we talked about it, she sounded so excited and so confident until we got to one point. And then she said to me, "But I'm so scared." And I said, "Hold up, why are you scared? A minute ago you were so excited about this new venture in your life. Why are you telling me that you're scared?" And she said, "I'm scared because there are so many things that I'm passionate about. How do I know that this is the passion that I need to pursue and that it's not something else that I should be pursuing?" So at that moment, I paused, and I was so thankful for that moment because I knew that I could help Mina. And what she shared with me during that statement of, "I'm so scared," was that she shared with me something that I know so many people struggle with. And it's the idea, the myth, that you need to just follow your passion. Now, I call that a myth because we hear it all the time, right? Follow your dreams, follow your passions. Yay, everything will work out if you follow your dreams. But I do think it's a bit cliche. And the whole thing is, you're not a person with just one passion. Just like Mina said, there's so many things that I'm passionate about. How do I know which one I should pursue? And she's right. There are so many things that you are passionate about. And if you focus on just following your passion, you will constantly be changing your mind, because you'll find that as you get older, you have different experiences. Sometimes your passions change. And even if they don't, they may just simply grow. So if you focus on following just your passion, you will constantly be changing your mind and changing your direction when it comes to your career development and your professional progression. So I'm going to share with you what I shared with Mina. I asked her, tell me a little bit about why you love cooking and why you're so excited about this restaurant. And she shared with me that cooking was more than just about preparing food. It was a form of artistic creation and creativity for her. It was a form of nourishment for the soul. It was a way to show love. It was a way to show connection. And it was a way to connect people. And as I listened to her, I heard some key things that I knew were telling me that this was more than just a passion for Mina. This was actually more than that. And I shared with her the same thing I'm about to share with you. It's not enough to follow your passion when it comes to your career dreams. It's actually important to follow your calling. So how do you know that a passion is your calling versus just a passion, just something that you definitely enjoy? Well, a calling definitely has an element of passion to it. I mean, we don't want to do things that we don't enjoy. So when you're passionate about something, you do it. You could do it all day. You wouldn't care if you were getting paid for it or not, right? But when you follow your calling, there's an extra piece that is crucial to making sure that that passion that you feel is sustainable. There's one trait that universally, there's a couple of traits actually, but this one I want to talk about today, universally is something that every human being on the face of this earth, me, you, everyone, has as a mandatory requirement to have a life that's fulfilling. And it is this universal human need that we have to provide meaning and contribution to the world. We want our lives to be for something. And one of the ways that we can provide meaning and contribution to the world is through our work. It's not the only way we do that, but it is one of the ways that we can provide meaning and contribution to the entire world. So when you're following your passion, you need to ask yourself, is this something that I could do indefinitely, and that I believe provides meaning and contribution to the world. That is how you know that it's more than just a passion, that this could actually be your calling. So in the case of Mina, that was a conversation that we had. And I could tell by her responses that this was something that was deep for her. This was important. This was personal. This was something that provided contribution to her own life, and that she was optimistic would provide contribution to others. So I knew that this was bigger than just a passion, but I want you to have the same conversation with yourself. You need to figure out if this dream you're following will allow you to provide meaning and contribution to the world, because when you look back, you want your life to have been for something. And yes, we can find meaning and contribution in many things, but if you're going to be following your career, if you're going to be focusing on something, it better be something that you're going to be proud to say and look back on years from now and say, I am so thankful that I did that because I made this world a better place because of the work that I was doing. So I want you to pause and ask yourself that question about whatever dream, whatever passion it is that you're following right now, whatever dream and pursuit that you are just in desperate need for. You need to figure out, is this something that will also allow me an opportunity to provide meaning and contribution to the world? And if the answer is yes, then go forward and pursue it with passion and vigor and confidence, because it's bigger than just a fleeting passion. It is truly something that is part of your purpose, part of your calling. So I want you to go ahead and do a little bit of introspective work on this one and answer that question for yourself. And I want you to come back here and underneath this video in the comments section, I want you to share what you figured out about yourself, your passions, and your calling. And I want you to tell other people about what we're doing here in the community here at AgileWithDotsie.com. And I want you to encourage them to join us, because this is a place where you absolutely will get resources and advice that will help you have a fantastic career and a fantastic life. And until I see you at next week's episode, please go out into the world today and act with conviction, be courageous, and live joyfully every single day. Thank you so much, and I will see you at next week's episode. Bye.